All right, so Aisha Yusuf will have a gist for us between Wike and the Showore's update. Hey, well, I love to share Aisha Yusuf's video. Why? Because of the way she, the funny attitude she normally used to, talk about her videos. Well, I think this is a very serious update that you wouldn't want to mix about Wike. And like seriously, Wike is in soup. God will help him this time. Hey, God. Let's take a watch at this video. I'll be right back.
Wike don buy market, and that market e go see am. You know, before I even go into this, for me, one of the things that I always talk about, especially with the Western world, when they come with this their sense of arrogance, telling us that oh, they are not going to be giving us aid, and they want to stop immigration, immigration, migration, clinic or whatever. See, all we want for them is for them to stop giving enabling environment for people who steal our collective wealth to go and invest it in their countries. You cannot now, people are following the money. They will follow the money because they are stealing their money. They are taking it to you people's places. They are using it over there, and you are telling people that they should not come. You are a migrant, you are a migrant. But this video is not about it. Is there, especially that yes, is there anybody who is not a migrant other than the Mexicans and the Native Americans, the Native Indians, Native Americans? They are all migrants. Everybody, you see that you are a first generation migrant, second generation, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or whatever generation, you are still a migrant. You came from somewhere to there. So which is anybody carrying any head for anybody? Anyway, Shami, I don't even go away na Nigeria. If I go anybody countryside, they migrate, you want form, especially that US, you want form for me, I go tell you, so now wetin your ancestors do, na me come dey do, na me get time do my own. But anyway, when they were all coming to Africa, they didn't talk about migration. No, they didn't ask my people, my ancestors to give them visa. They came in, they stole, they looted, they packed everything. You know, the other day I did one course called this taxation and fiscal policy, and just looking at how the history of taxation in Nigeria and how we were being taxed, hot tax, poll tax, ordinary. I'm like, really? People came from somewhere, came to our land, they started taxing our people to pay this, and then now if I enter UK, somebody go they carry a nose for me. Say, then in short, I shall focus. No say na small thing dey vex me sha. Sowere petitions Florida attorney says Nigerian human rights activist and Revolution Now convener Omoyele Sowere has petitioned the office of the Attorney General of Florida, accusing former Rivers State Governor and current Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, of laundering public funds to acquire real estate in the United States. In the petition addressed to Florida's Attorney General James Utmer, Sowere alleged that 3 properties located in Winter Springs, hey, I'm loving this. Although US master, they started their anyhowness. Their judiciary is becoming this, but it's not when it comes to fighting crime, and especially on issues like this. And so he continues, says, he claimed the assets were concealed under the name of Wike's wife, Eberechi Suzette Nyesom Wike, a serving judge at Nigeria's Court of Appeal, and distributed among their children to give their parents appearance of legitimate family holdings. But how are you even doing this and involving your children? Well, describing the acquisitions as first-class felonies, Sowere said the petition was part of ongoing investigation into illicit asset trafficked by Nigerian political elite. He stressed that the laundering of public funds across border violates both Nigerian and anti-corruption laws and US statutes, warning that such crime attracts severe penalties under American law. It turns out that international thief, hey, international thief, oh, now the name wey Sowere don give Nyesom Wike be that. It turns out that international thief, yes, so. Oh my goodness! Wait! I've lost my this thing here. It turns out that the international thief, Nyesom Wike, has 3 different properties in Winter Springs, Florida. All of them were hidden under the name of his wife, we said that before, Sowore also said there may be even more properties, but we're making progress. And they're working on, checking all of these properties. Sowore is a former presidential candidate known for his fierce opposition to corruption and bad governance. Noted that this case exemplifies how Nigerian officials siphon monies abroad while the country grapples with deepening economic crisis. This development comes days after Wike publicly dismissed rumors about his health. There was also the issue that he was sick. So there were reports that he was sick. He went to, I didn't really follow that whole thing, but he said he went there for holiday. Uh, this development comes days after Wike publicly dismissed rumors about his health, confirming that he had traveled abroad for what he called his first holiday since assuming office as FCT minister. Speaking at a public function, Wike accused critics, including Sowere, of spreading lies, maintained that leaders also deserve time to rest. Yes, leaders deserve time to rest, but what leaders do not deserve is time to lose. And that's the accusation that is being put out, that a lot of the monies are being looted. All these properties that are being, all these gigantic projects that are being done, they are done at exorbitant, cost. The contracts the costs are increased, and then at the end of the day, the job is not even well done, and just monies are being siphoned. They're turning it into conduit pipes that are being used for all sorts of things. And so these are also some of the things that citizens are worried about. In response, Sowore lambasted the minister, insisting he could be facing charges at the International Criminal Court (ICC) rather than holding public office. He further argued that Wike's continued presence in government symbolized Nigeria's systemic tolerance of corruption. The petition adds a fresh dimension to the long-running feud between Wike and Sowore, even as the activist continues to face legal pushback from the Department of State Service (DSS) over his social media commentary. Sowore has filed a suit challenging DSS attempts to compel platforms to remove his post, arguing that such actions infringe on his constitutional right to free expression. You will wonder why DSS, this is something that DSS should be focusing on when we have our country have a lot of terrorists, bandits, kidnappers, call them what are you, that are killing the people, that are doing all sorts of things. Our territorial integrity has been compromised, yet DSS are supposed to be focused on gathering intelligence and working with other security agencies to ensure that Nigeria is secured, lives and properties are secured, are busy going after citizens for criticizing, Tinubu. When anybody that says Tinubu is a criminal, they have an absolute right to say that, and they have reasons also for saying that. Tinubu has been found to have forged his certificate. Is that not a crime? Doesn't that make him a criminal? Tinubu has been found, to have forfeited money in heroin case in the United States. Does that not amount to a crime? So what is it that they're talking about, that they want to shut people down? The DSS, as far as I'm concerned, should really be ashamed of it.
That's the problem when you are in a country where people prioritize what they are not supposed to prioritize. This is the outcome of it. The DSS that was supposed to, work hand in hand with the defense and other military, paramilitary, and every other intelligent security agencies to ensure to end the insecurity insurgents in this country. They are busy chasing after someone's tweet. What has that got to do with the life of the citizens? So that is what we are talking about. Prioritizing what does not really make sense, putting first what they should not even count as anything. What is it with Sowore? Look at how they have elevated, look at how they have magnified this whole thing, as if make everybody, bring it to the knowledge of everybody that Tinubu is a criminal or something. That's which is not supposed to be. And look at how far the something is escalating. The guy now too is being stubborn, to bring the post down. And because of their chase, you see, if devil won't punish person, this is how it goes about. And this is just going to litter the name of the president, the country, and everybody. It's just going to stain almost everybody. DSS now look at leaving the important thing they are supposed to do in this thing and chasing after what they are not supposed. The last time there, we saw bandits. We saw them being granted interview. We were given federal government conditions on to cease fire and all of that, and the DSS are not going after them. They are not talking about all those ones. But when it comes to citizens, innocent citizens, law-abiding citizens, this is where you now see them chasing after, innocent citizen and going after what they are not supposed to go after.